Hello, dear students. Let me ask you something. Have you ever planted a seed and watched it sprout? The tiny root goes straight into the soil while the delicate shoot stretches upwards into the air. Isn't that fascinating? The plant seems to know exactly which way to grow. For the young seedling, choosing the right direction is a matter of survival. The root must anchor itself in the soil to absorb water and minerals, while the shoot must reach upward to capture sunlight for photosynthesis. These subtle but vital directional movements of plant parts are what we call tropic movements. They are the plant's way of silently navigating the world around them. Now, how do plants decide where to grow? Their movements are guided by external stimuli. A stimulus is any environmental factor, like light, gravity, or water, that influences growth. The fascinating part is that the direction of the plant's response always relates to the direction of the stimulus. For example, roots grow downward responding to gravity, while shoots move upward responding to light. Isn't it amazing that without eyes, ears, or nerves, a plant still senses its environment and adjusts its growth accordingly? This directional response is a clever strategy that helps plants adapt and thrive in diverse habitats. So what exactly is tropism? Tropism is the scientific term for these directional growth movements of plants in response to a stimulus. The response may be positive, meaning growth towards the stimulus, or negative, meaning growth away from it. For instance, a stem bending towards sunlight is positive phototropism, while roots growing away from light show negative phototropism. Unlike quick, reversible movements like the folding of a mimosa leaf, tropic movements are growth-based and usually permanent. Behind the scenes, plant hormones carefully regulate these responses, elongating certain cells and creating the beautiful bending patterns we observe. Let's pause for a moment to look at the word itself. The term tropic comes from the Greek word tropos, which means to turn. Quite literally, tropism describes how plants turn or bend in response to a stimulus. These are also called growth movements, because once the growth occurs in that direction, it cannot be reversed. The key feature is that the stimulus must be unidirectional, coming from one side, like sunlight shining from a window or gravity pulling downwards. So the next time you see a plant curving towards your windowsill, remember, it's performing a slow but graceful dance called a tropism. Now let's bring all of this together. Tropic movements are the growth responses of plant parts to unidirectional external stimuli. They are essential for the plant's survival. Roots grow downward for anchorage and absorption, while shoots grow upward for light and food production. Different parts of the plant may even respond differently to the same stimulus. Roots and shoots show opposite responses to light, for example. Hormones like auxins coordinate these growth changes by promoting elongation in some regions and inhibiting it in others. This precise regulation ensures that the plant always grows in the most beneficial direction. Nature truly is a master of efficiency. Let's quickly recap the fascinating journey of tropic movements. We began with the seedling, whose root and shoot grow in specific directions to ensure survival. These growth movements occur in response to external stimuli like light and gravity. We defined this process as tropism, derived from the Greek word tropos, meaning to turn. Tropic movements are irreversible, growth-based responses controlled by hormones such as auxins. They highlight how plants, though rooted and immobile, ingeniously adapt to their environment. Isn't it incredible? A silent seedling beneath the soil is already sensing the world, turning its roots downward and shoots upward, guided by nothing but invisible chemical whispers. Biology shows us that even without nerves, eyes, or a brain, plants perform life's dance with elegance and precision. I hope this session opened your eyes to the quiet intelligence of plants. Biology truly is the science of life in all its wonder. Until our next adventure, keep observing the green world around you. You'll realize it's full of miracles happening every day.